Some developing news. We're learning more about what led up to that deadly school shooting in Winder, Georgia that killed 2 students and 2 teachers. Officials now say they had investigated the shooter, Colt Gray, a year prior over alleged online school shooting threats. But they couldn't prove that Gray was the one who had made those threats. We're also learning the alleged shooter kept documents from past school shootings in his bedroom. Gray will appear in court on Friday. He is charged with 4 counts of felony murder. The deadly school shooting in Georgia is likely to put gun violence in the spotlight in the presidential race. Both candidates addressed the attack yesterday on a day that they meant to focus on the economy. Robert Costa has more from New York.
It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way.
Just hours after the school shooting in Georgia, Vice President Kamala Harris, while campaigning in New Hampshire, briefly scrapped her economic speech to address the tragedy and gun violence that she called an epidemic.
And it's just outrageous that every day in our country, in the United States of America, that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive.
Former President Donald Trump weighed in too, writing on Truth Social, "Our hearts are with the victims and loved ones of those affected by the tragic event in Winder, Georgia," and calling the suspect a deranged monster. Hours later, he sat down with Sean Hannity for a town hall in the battleground state of Pennsylvania.
It's a sick and angry world for a lot of reasons, and we're going to make it better. We're going to heal our world.
A recent CBS News poll shows 58% of likely voters consider gun policy a major factor. The economy, 83%. And that is why candidates quickly pivoted back to the issue again on Wednesday.
I believe America's small businesses are an essential foundation to our entire economy.
Harris and Trump are trying hard to convince voters that they'll do more for them and for businesses in America.
So I gave you the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country.
During the town hall, Trump leaned in on the economy and attacked Harris on her economic policies.
This country will end up in a depression if she becomes president, like 1929.
While in New Hampshire on Wednesday, Harris rolled out proposed incentives for small businesses, including tax relief for startups.
Part of my plan is we will expand the tax deduction for startups to $50,000. Second, my plan will help existing small businesses grow. We will provide low and no interest loans to small businesses that want to expand.
Here in New York today, Trump will address the city's economic club as he looks to bolster his standing among business leaders. As for that debate next week, last night the Harris campaign agreed that mics will remain muted when a candidate isn't speaking. Robert Costa, CBS News, New York.